to represent Makati City. This modern mestiza Filipiniana is embellished with crystals, beads, Swarovski, and pearls. White is its color, representing purity, innocence, and simplicity. Here on a bird, also known as Ibong Tagat, symbolizes tranquility and stillness, a perfect representation of the Pangasinan. It also signifies determination, as we are bound to wade through marshes and ponds through life's journey, but we never give up. This gown is penned and created by J.C. Cruz. Althea Bulilan hails from Quezon province. Here she is wearing an art penned by Brian Quezada. Named as the Queen of Philippine Flowers and once worshipped by Mindanaoans as a deity, this gown takes inspirations from the beautiful waling flower. This confection is an arresting green accentuated lace, beads, acrylic, and glass crystals, with a headpiece and accessories of stones and crystals that pays homage to the endemic flower. It is unique and distinct, and a symbol of Filipino iconography translated into a reimagination of Eterno. Queen Maria Hard. Maria Hard represents Balamban, Cebu, wearing a masterpiece by Bong Flores. This gown is meticulously crafted by the touch of modernity and stylized fashion, yet it signifies the true essence of a Filipiniana wardrobe that highlights a modest transgender woman. The details of the creation were embellished with crystal beadworks and scattered Swarovski stone to exude its sophisticated and finesse look, completing the regal and decent effect. A decorative mayong completes the look of the simple yet regal terno. This is a traje de mestiza, a modern take on a Maria Clara character which indicates femininity, delicacy, with a sense of concrete identity. And number 4, Queen Peach Abella. Queen Peach Abella from Laguna now graces the stage, wearing a Filipiniana gown that was inspired by the bountiful harvest, sculpting ancient treasures and display of overflowing resources, as rich as the lagoons of Laguna. Silk fabric was used to create a precise crystal pleating, showing an accurate perspective of sublime, emulating prosperity and austerity. The train was meticulously made to display the festive and bountiful lives of Laguna. It is a wonderful combination of history and culture, as interpreted and designed by Joanne Mendoza. Queen Aiko Mission. From Lipa City, Batangas, wearing a masterpiece by Roy Endoso. Traje de mestiza, widely known as a modern Filipiniana, is a symbolism of the Philippine culture, tradition, and belief. This is a 17-inch length, shoulder to floor with a total width of 65 inches. The dress is incorporated with a crown and a cape, inspired by Our Lady of Atayasay. a statue of the Blessed Virgin Mary venerated at Batangas. The colors and patterns are giving a glimpse of the stained glass windows of the sacred church. Embellished with crystals and beadwork, this represents strong and massive faith. Queen Zhang Mallari. Zhang is from Isabela. She wears Ani, a masterpiece of alta novia by Drin Ornino. Ani, or harvest in English. This dress is a representation of the livelihood of Isabelinos, since the place is known as the rising corn granary of Luzon. It is made of yellow-green log tassel and varieties of beads that epitomizes the rising cornfields of Isabela. The ensemble may symbolize a scarecrow, but also of farmers' traits such as endurance and diligence. The fan symbolizes a bountiful harvest, and to top it off, it is the headpiece to look just like the sunrise. Candidate number 7, Queen Zhang from Pangasinan. Pista is a genius work of designer, the Net Diva de Ocampo. This Filipiniana is a combination of famous festivals of the province, the Bangus Festival, and Bistay Diet Festival, or the Sea Festival. Both festivals are the inspiration of the gown that highlights the culture and the livelihood of Pangasinan. Magpale the third. From South Cotabato. Created and designed by herself, this modern mestiza Filipiniana is called the Sinag. It is a solid yellow gold-colored gown paired with a headdress. The puff sleeves are made from a rubber mat, coated with sequin cloth, together with gold beads and Swarovski crystals. Is a representation of a sunrise, as we all see a ray of hope when the sun rises. Candidate number 9, Queen Minorca Beltran Mendoza. From Leyte, she is taking the Malaika Yamas masterpiece on stage. This costume shows a fundamental wellspring job in Pasay Leyte as it tackles weaving. exceptionally composed, utilizing lively colors, turning mattes into crafts. This hand-woven native and modern ensemble shows the significance of the province, how it grows, and how it learns to adapt to the changing world. This perfectly identifies with the wearer, as it starts from one simple shade to a multicolored hue. Queen Lars Pacheco. Lars is proud to represent Misamis Oriental, wearing a design by G.G. Isa. It pays tribute to the patroness of Immaculate Conception Church of Hasaan, Misamis Oriental. The inclusion of the crown and the veil to this costume symbolizes purity and the divine queenship of the patroness. The costume's overall color and usage of coconut shell embellishments depicts the Kuyamis, which is a variety of sweet golden coconuts that are abundant in the province. This truly is an embodiment of the faith and reverence, culture and tradition, and the celebration of abundant harvest of Misamis Oriental. Queen Aya Garcia. The creation of Richard Barreto of Hikomi is worn by Aya Garcia of Dumaguete City. Special garments are ensembled to form the foundation of this dress that truly signifies the strength and willingness of Dumagueteños. Adorned with pearl beads that symbolizes purity and hope. Swarovski crystals were adhered to show transparency and strong emotions. Accentuated with hasak to complete the look and embody the prosperity of Dumaguete City. Queen Rian Avon Nervida taking the center stage wearing Kabuhayan, a masterpiece by Keen Ray Castrense Belmonte. This pantsuit is an ode to the great farmers of Zambales, which is known as an agriculture province that produces rice and mangoes. The butterfly sleeves is a 1950s traje de mestiza inspired gown with a kaing basket where farmers usually put their harvest. The entire bodice and trail details are inspired by the colorful patterns of the Dinamulag Festival Queen. It is accented with a headpiece similar to the silhouette of the backdrop of the annual Dinamulag Mango Festival in April. Queen Angel Montenegro, hailing from the city of Davao, sporting a masterpiece of Nikki de Asis. This is inspired by the Filipino nation's aspiration to soar to the pandemic, as represented by the Banog, the Bagobo Takbawas name for the majestic and regal Philippine eagle. This modern Filipiniana is a fusion of Davao City's Philippine eagle and the harmony of the tribe's cultures of Davao. The modified serpentine with extended sleeves is embellished with intricately patterned metallic PVC sheets to shape the feathers and create an illusion of wings. Encrusted with crystals, sequins, and beads, it truly is an iconic and memorable piece. Ponseca, wearing the design of Milton Salinas, carrying the name of Pangasinan. This costume is designed to pay tribute to Pangasinan, derived from Pangasinan, which means land of salt. Inspired by the hardworking and resilient Pangasinense salt farmers. This is embedded with dazzling salt-like crystal from head to toe. It also represents the pristine and heavenly beaches found in the province, intricately adorned with sea pearls and crystals that shine like salt. Its divine headpiece, like the abundant coral reefs and a remake of Pangasinan's legendary warrior princess crown. Number 15, Queen Justine Mascarinas. Hailing from Butuan City, Agusan del Norte. This costume is highly inspired by the Philippine eagle. Like each living creature, the manok is part of the lives of the natives in Mindanao. The headdress signifies its soaring skills as a huntress in the forest. The feather eagle clothes and its tail depicts strength and overpowering capabilities that make this bird king of the air. The beading details reflect the culture of the Manoba tribe of the region. Completing the overall appearance is the silhouette that embodies a strong woman of today. Innovative and adaptive to the constant change without forgetting its roots. This masterpiece is by Clement Remoto Bartolama of KRB House of Fashion. Number 16, from Antipolo City, Queen Rui Mariano. Wearing a design by Zhang Miranda of Zhang Miranda Atelier. Here is a gown inspired by the Suba Festival of Antipolo City. This is a modern representation of a modest yet strong woman, a true inspiration that will transcend to every generation. Delos Santos from Suba, Cebu City. Roxanne takes pride in wearing a gown designed by Roy Irwin Diesel. She wears a piece inspired by the abundance of her hometown's hanging rice known as puso, a signature dish from Cebu that is wrapped in coconut leaves. Embellished with festive, multicolored accents, aside from its beauty, it also speaks of the tradition, culture, and traits of her heritage. This is a perfect representation of her Cebuana roots as she adjusts and transforms into the tale of our modern world, one that is forever remembered. Number 18, Queen Nathalie de los Santos. Nathalie de los Santos is proud to bring the name of Palawan. Inspired by the beauty and wonders of the marine life of Palawan, the last ecological frontier of the Philippines. This Filipiniana is a silhouette in serpentina, embellished with Swarovski stones in hues of gold, emerald green, seaweed green, and South Sea pearls, which are highly produced in Palawan. The The oyster shell design is a nod to the discovery of the biggest coral in the world, as seen in Brooks Point, Palawan. This look is an ensemble that is both modern and classic, with a touch of fantasy, as it embodies the mermaid fantasy, hence the fish and scales that greatly represent the LGBTQ plus community. This masterpiece was made by Jam Melitante. Candidate number 19, Queen Yeng La Victoria. From the province of Tarlac, Yeng La Victoria is wearing a gown called Ang Pinangakong Maria Clara, designed by Lani Liwa. This is designed to reinterpret the national flower of the Philippines, the sampaguita, inspired by the Filipino Maria Clara dress. It symbolizes purity and innocence of a sheltered native woman. The gown is adorned with sampaguita flowers and intertwining stem designs, while the trail consists of bands to further showcase the hot and humid winter of the country. Sampaguita, according to legends and etymology, is derived from the words Suba kita, or I promise you. Fuchsia and Ravenna, representing Cebu City. Designer Alan Soho created the look called Filipinas, an off-white Filipiniana gown with laser-cut detailing and accessorized by a headpiece, a backpiece, and sleeves made of pearls and Japanese cut beads. This gown takes inspiration from the Pearl of the Orient. Santos. takes pride in donning this memorable piece by Prince Aiko Morales. This costume is a modern Filipiniana which is inspired by Dinala, that showcases the undying culture of the southern tribes. Embellished with rhinestones and crystal, this modern Filipiniana Dinala ensemble is a representation of a modern Filipiniana, soft yet powerful, oozing with personality, truly leaves a lasting mark to all the members of the community. Number 22, Queen Steffi Venice Cabajo. In tribute to the creative artisans of Magpale City, Steffi Venice Cabajo dons Pantalla. From the artistic hands of Mel Maria, Pantalla means lampshade, a protective ornamental shade to screen a light bulb. To feature and give light to the furniture capital of the country, this is woven into perfection and shaped by hard work and determination. Candidate number 23, Queen Anne Patricia Lorenzo. The city of Manila is proudly represented by Anne Patricia Lorenzo. wearing a mestiza creation of Charlie de la Cruz. Trimmed into a shapely modernity with detailed embroidered skirts with delicate oversized lace bell-shaped sleeves. The saya becomes slimmer that bursts out at the hem into a flare. The gown is a modern take of the Spanish-era traje de mestiza. It is pure, white corded lace with Swarovski and white pearl embellishments, as well as white Spanish lace veils finishing the look. Representing Inayawan, Cebu. Gracing the stage with an avant-garde mestiza ensemble designed by Garby Molinos Terado. This gown represents the islands of the Philippines as it uses variety of materials and distinct symbolism of cities and provinces. From Naratan of Bulacan to the Inal fabric of our Muslim brothers, it shows the diversity of our culture with a Philippine eagle to symbolize its strength and power, because Miss International Queen is indeed an empowered woman. 25, Queen Patricia Bayumo, representing Quezon City. Wearing a masterpiece by Frederick Rodriguez, this is called Hollius Convalescence, or Mayana's Healing. Inspired by the desire to overcome, this alluring creation takes inspiration from a Hollius plant, known for its beauty, bounty, and the idyllic gift of rectifying. It is adorned mimicking the leaves of Mayana. The panuelo and blouse is displayed with glass beads and embroidery leaves. And ruby red top highlights the flaming aura in pursuit of strength and purpose. The tapis was associated from crystal stones and pearls. Hollius Convalescence is a chef d'oeuvre that empowers the truth, the sight of its elegance. Garden City of Sabah. This costume, created by Evan Fernandez, is a representation of the endangered Philippine monkey-eating eagle that is abundant in the Davao region. This used kulintang and various indigenous materials to show the rich and diverse city of Davao region. As a Miss International Queen aspirant, the wearer would like to embody the importance of going back to our roots. The Philippine eagle represents bravery and strength of the transgender people. In its own way, it is self-assured and strong.